What's going on, guys, and welcome back to episode 7 of our Road to Glory series with Macclesfield Town. Just going to show you we have 4 games within like a week and 2 days, so this is going to be a very hard episode because we're going to have tired players. Here is our starting 11 and our substitutes for the game against Macclesfield Town. Stevens is replacing Smallbone and Ganoa is playing his last game for us before the transfer window opens. Here's the Grimsby Town lineup, their starting 11 and their substitutes. We've played them before and I'm pretty sure we won, so hopefully this could be a good start to the 4 consecutive games, but who knows, anything can happen. Jumping on the first attack, Connolly pushing down that right hand side, looking for Stevens in the middle, and the Grimsby Town goalkeeper saves it, saving them from going a goal down. Here we are, Grimsby Town on the attack, and Villar makes an excellent save as well. Grimsby on the attack again, they're looking for an opportunity. They found one from the edge of the box and have managed to put it in the top left hand corner. Beautiful goal from Benson, 1-0 Grimsby Town. Macclesfield Town defence, we don't have a clue what we were doing there, do we? We just had no defenders in that position besides the one, and then he's just like, I'm just going to give it a go, and his shot pays off. He's been very lucky there. It was also Stevens, our cam, was trying to defend against him. He's not going to win the ball easily. Okay, we've got Stevens on the attack, looking for the run of Connolly, who is through and puts the ball in the goal. Beautiful goal to make it 1-1. Hopefully we'll be able to secure the second goal shortly. When Smallbone receives this ball and just a little turn means that Connolly's through. Is great teamwork from the Irish boys and another great finish from our top goal scorer. I think he's edging into the top 10 for the league as well, so he's doing really well at the moment. Grimsby Town are creating another opportunity and Villar stops it from going in yet again. Grimsby are making another attack, looking for it. Benson got through and Cameron just bodies him to the floor, giving away a penalty. So here's the Cameron Keller situation at the back yet again, both being sloppy, and then just bodies him for a penalty. That's ridiculous. Why would you think that you could do that? At least try and get the ball. So their number 7, Mr. Green, is going to step up to try and get this penalty past Villar. Here we are, and he's put it down the middle, and Villar's not saving that. Very unlucky, but now it's 2-1 Grimsby Town on the approach of half time. Into the second half, and we get an attack from Stevens, who's just run through and manages to put it in the bottom left-hand corner of the Grimsby Town goal, easily past the goalkeeper, and he had no one defending him whatsoever, so it was a nice and easy run. Great pass from Connolly though, and a great finish from Stevens. There we have it, the game ends as a draw, both teams collecting the 1 point and collecting 2 goals each. Moving on to the next game, are we going to find it any harder? Because we have only had 2 days of rest and our players are going to be tired. Jumping into match 2 against Forest Green, we see their starting 11 and their substitutes. They are going to be quite a hard team to break down, considering they have 5 at the back and they are going to be quite aggressive at the front as well with those 3 strikers. let's have a look at our starting 11 and quite a few changes. We've got Smallbone coming in there instead of Stevens. We've got Ginty coming back on the left. We've got Handling coming in at centre mid, Archibald at left back, changed the centre backs completely. So let's see what we're working with here really. Forest Green have the first attack and Villars stops it from going in. Forest Green are on the attack with Winchester finding the back of the net past Villars with some really quick play. Our defence is a bit slow. Fuelson is defending okay, but Horsfall is the one we're going to be worried about. He's not as good as the other two we could have put in, but he was the only fully fit one. Keller would not have been a good choice to put in there, but beautiful finish from Winchester to make it a 1-0 Forest Green. Forest Green are looking for another opportunity to score a goal. They have managed to get Winchester through, who manages to get it past Villar, and we have some sloppy defending yet again from Horsfall and Fuelson. They're managing to secure their second goal of the game with Booms scoring. Defense is really our weak point here. We need some good youth talent to come through to replace the likes of Cameron and Horsfall, even though they're both pretty young. But we just need some better reaction speed, or even just defending to close players down. Forest Green on the attack once again and put it in the back of the net again to make it 3-0. This is just ridiculous. We left so much space there. Connolly on the attack looking for the consolation goal, which he does find to make it 3-1. So I guess we get to ruin the clean sheet and get an extra goal for our goal difference, but we've played awfully. And there we are, that is the end of the game once the ball's being kicked off. That means we lose 3-1 to Forest Green, picking up no points, so we've only got 1 point this round of games. Now we get to look at our newest youth scout report and see all the players that we either reject or we're going to keep and let them get a bit more knowledge about them before we promote them to our youth squad. I think we've got a left back that we're going to bring in here who would actually be really useful once we lose Okefe next season, and it also gives us the opportunity to say if we get an offer for Nagy or Ginty, we can accept it to make a bit of profit from them, because obviously we bought them in for really cheap, so any profit we make from them would be amazing. Jumping into our next game against Port Vale, we have to be really wary about their striker Tom Pope, as he is the league top scorer, so we have to be really careful about that. But their 5 in midfield is something to be worried about too, because they're going to be hard to break down. Here's our starting 11, considering we've only had another break of 2 days. We have Stevenson Connolly leading the line, Hamilton coming in for his debut, and McCourt coming back in at centre mid, and Keller and Cameron hopefully gonna do better this time. We get the first attack with Stevens, who just puts it ever so slightly wide. Gonna get an opportunity from a corner kick where we get a header off, keeper saves it and palms it into Cameron's angle, I guess, and he manages to volley it off the post and into the back of there to make it 1-0 for Macclesfield Town. Very nice goal considering he's a centre back, so maybe he's better at being a striker than a defender. Who knows? A beautiful finish from Cameron. Very good considering he is a centre back. Port Vale get an opportunity, but it will be denied by Villa, just putting it wide. We're looking for another opportunity to extend our lead. Wilson fighting off the Port Vale defender and then slaps the ball into one of the Port Vale defenders' faces, which then goes out for a corner. So let's see if we can actually do anything with this corner. I doubt it, but let's just see. Last few minutes, probably after this, I expect the game will be called. So let's see if we can get another goal from this. Okay, we put it into the box and we put it wide, but that's the end of the game, meaning we get the 3 points and we keep a clean sheet, which is really good considering we're quite tired after the other 2 games. Jumping into our final game for the episode, this is our starting 11 to go against Cambridge United. We've brought in Nimley up front to give Connolly a bit of a rest. Ginty's coming on that left-hand side to give Hamilton a rest as well, and Martin is making a first team debut for the starting 11. Here we get to see the Cambridge United starting 11 and substitute bench. They are currently placed in last place in the league, so we should not be worried about them considering we have quite a few tired players. We're on the attack for the first goal of the game. The ball through to Smallbone, who manages to put it into the back of the net to make it 1-0 Macclesfield Town within the first 16 minutes of the game. He's doing really well in this episode and the last episode with finding goals. The Irish duo of him and Connolly up front seems to be working wonders. Maybe we should contemplate buying him next season if we can afford it, and if we even get to the next season, because FIFA 21 is very soon. Cambridge United with an opportunity which Mitchell actually saves. Forgot I'd put Mitchell in because I wanted to give Villa a rest, but hopefully he can prove that he might deserve some more first team actions, and he does not. Once Cambridge United actually get a very easy header into the back of the net, defence didn't do anything, Mitchell didn't really help with anything to prevent the goal from going in, so now we're drawing. I think we're going to be worried because we should not be losing to the bottom of the table, and that is such an easy goal to defend. I don't know what our defence was doing, you just let him run through. Cambridge United on the attack once again. They've put it into the box and they managed to score another header, and Mitchell does not react. Our defence reacted a bit, but not to the extent we should be. We've got Fullerson who didn't make a move, and then we've got one of our midfielders gets pulled in to try and defend. It's not very well defended at all, and Mitchell, please jump for that at least, even if you can use your face to deflect it. Cambridge United are pushing for another goal. They've crossed it into the box. We somewhat have defended, and then we scuff up the clearance and they put it in the back of the net. Past Mitchell once again. We feel so much pressure at the back. We just can't defend sometimes, and then it does not help when your keeper can't even react to save the ball from going in the goal. It's just ridiculous. If we do get promoted, I am worried. I think Cambridge United have figured out how to score against us. They just cross it to the box and hope someone's in the middle to finish it. So I don't know what to say. We're losing 4-1 to Cambridge United, bottom of the league. We're like third or fourth at this point, so we shouldn't really be struggling. But then obviously, give us credit, we have just played 3 consecutive games with 2-day breaks in between. So we're tired, but we shouldn't be struggling this much. in the last few minutes of the game, and they grab a 5th goal to make it 5-1. They have dominated this game. They definitely deserve the win, but shouldn't have won by so many. I'm really contemplating our defence and goalkeeping here. I know Mitchell doesn't play so much, and maybe I should have left Villar in, so I'll take that as mine. Maybe we shouldn't have let in 1 or 2 of those goals, but what is our defence doing? Like, forceful, you're just showing that the reasons why I don't really play you, to be honest, and I think we might go Fulerson and Keller from now on because they seem a bit more reliable. That's it, the game ends 5-1, we lose all points to the bottom of the league, so congratulations on picking up those points, and congratulations to Andrew Dallas for getting a hat-trick, which you rarely ever see, so well done. So jumping out the game, we're just going to look where we currently sit. We sit 4th. We're only 3 points behind 3rd place, which is good, and we have a better goal difference. Thank you ever so much for watching this video. If you really enjoyed it, please leave a like and come back next week for the next episode.